What is happening? Hello, super excited to come in for today's training. It is one of the things that I see people do all the time, and I hate to be honest, I see them do it wrong all of the time. What is the role of being a leader in the network marketing space? What is your job? What is your responsibility? If you guys are bringing in a team, if you've got a team of one, or you've got a team of hundreds, or you've got a team of thousands, I don't care. You are a team leader. And even if you don't have a team, but you want to have a team, you are the potential team leader. So guys, as you guys are coming in and Facebook is doing its thing, happy Monday, confidence givers. I am super duper excited to have you guys here. Super duper excited to have you guys here. Say hey in the comments. Let me know where you're coming in from. We are going to be talking about the do's and the don'ts of being a team leader in the network marketing space. So as if you guys are coming in and you have a team, put team in the comments. And then if you want to share how many people you have on your team, let's celebrate you, because that is hard. One person is hard, two people is hard, hundreds of people is hard. It is a hard job as a team leader, and I see it all the time. So tell me in the comments, what is the biggest struggle you have as a team leader? Put it in the comments. Let's address it, because I've got some strategies and some things, the do's and the don'ts of what you need to be doing. Hey from PA, what's up? I've got some do's and don'ts that I see people do wrong all of the time when they're leaders, okay? The first thing, somebody says I have a team of over 500. Woo-hoo, that's amazing. Team of a few hundred, amazing. I love it, I love it, I love it. Okay, the number one thing that you guys need to realize is that you are not their boss, okay? And I see it all the time, guys. I see it all of the time. Leaders will start to micromanage, and they will start to become the boss, because they're afraid that if they're not being the boss, that they're going to leave their team behind, or that their team is not going to be successful. And let me tell you, the beauty of network marketing is you have your own business. It is yours and only yours, right? You don't have a boss. You are what we call self-employed. You are an entrepreneur. You build for yourself. So the role of the team leader, right? I've got a team of thousands. The role of the team leader is to help your team reach their goals. Listen to me. It is to help them reach their goals, not your goals, right? I see it all the time, and I hear it from all of these women that I coach when they're like, my leader, or I left the team because my leader is pushing me to do things that I don't want to do. Okay, your role as a leader is to be a guide. It is not to be a micromanager. It is to guide them to hit their goals. And when you start to realize that the key to success is helping your team win and helping your team hit their goals, then you are going to have success too. What I want you guys to realize is that most people join this network marketing industry because they want to make a few $100s a month. That's it. They don't want to have these grandiose goals, maybe like you do, to be seven-figure earners in this space, right? So we need to meet our team where they're at and where their goals are, not our goals, right? So if you have somebody that wants to make $200 a month, you support them and guide them to the $200 a month. And hopefully, maybe, eventually, they'll start to get the bug, right? They'll start to see that they want more, and then you help guide them to get more. But your goal, hey, Becky, how are you? Your goal is to get them their goals. Hey, Debbie, how are you? not your goals. So in the comments, guys, what I want you to put is their goals so that you guys understand, right? The key to my success is finding out each individual person's goal and helping them meet that. Not my goal. My goal this month is to hit like a rank I've only dreamed of hitting, right? Like I'm pushing for a big goal for myself. Now, I cannot expect my team to get me to that goal. I need to expect me to get me to that goal, right? So what does that mean? That means that I need to be doing the do. I need to bring in more business builders. I need to be building my customer group, my customer pod, right? Because it's my goal. And then it's not their goal, right? Now, don't get me wrong. We're all excited. We're all pushing. But at the end of the day, I cannot rely on my team to hit my goals because guess what? They're mine and my goals are different than their goals. So it's my job as their leader to help them reach their goals. All right. Like I cannot stress this enough. And when you help your team hit their goals, not your goals, guess what? You have happy business builders, right? You have people that are winning, that are hitting their goals, and they're feeling successful and they're feeling excited. And that's how you continue to grow. And that's how you continue to have success, right? Okay, so that's the first thing that I see wrong all the time is I see all this micromanaging. Or here's the other thing that I hear people say all the time. They stop talking to them. So if somebody takes a month off, their upline only talks to them when they're having success. And they totally forget about them when they're not doing anything. And I want you to tell you, you are human first. Your job is to be their guide, to be their coach, to be their friend, and that's it. Okay? That's it. That is your job. All right? And so I want you guys to realize that you are human first and you are their friend second. If they decide to leave your company, bless them. Wish them well. They are not a possession. Okay? So I see that all the time. People get ghosted by their uplines when they're not working. Or then they get talked, hey, how are you when they do start to work, right? Be a friend first and a leader and a whatever second, but be their friend. So guys, if that makes sense, put friend in the comments. Okay? Let me know that this is all making sense for you. Let me know that this is, sorry, my messenger is like blowing up and it's distracting me. So I apologize, okay? Friend first, leader second. You meet them where they are. You always follow up wherever they are. It's their goals and it's not yours. Becky is saying huge value, okay? Good. I'm glad that this is helpful, guys, because I don't want you to make the mistakes of a leader that I see from the women that I coach, right? Like that's our job, right? So these are some of the complaints and they're absolutely right, okay? They're absolutely right. You are a friend first, leader second. You always, whether you love all over them, when somebody leaves my company, guys, I wish them well. I love all over them. I support them wherever they are because wherever they are on their journey, and it's not my job to be a micromanager. So I want you guys to have like an abundance mindset too, right? If somebody leaves your company or leaves your organization or leaves your business, have an abundance mindset. Wish them well because you know what can happen is guess what? They can come back. Because things change, right? Sometimes they might leave for another company and then they realize that they made a mistake and they want to come back. And whether you bless and release and wish them well, they'll come back to you. They will remember these things and they are not your possession. Again, it goes back to the fact that this is your goal of building your business and it's not anybody else's goal. And you've got to work whatever goal you want to hit your ranks. Okay, guys, I am preaching about this because I am so passionate about this because I see it happen all the time. Okay, so put preach in the comments if you guys are like, Julie is on fire today, right? Here's the other thing. I've got a story for you. Okay, when I first started in network marketing almost 8 years ago, I had no idea what I was doing. I call myself an accidental leader. Okay, and what happened to me is I joined network marketing and I didn't even know what I was doing. I was literally just like throwing up on people's mouths, but it was 8 years ago and it worked. And the strategies of branding yourself and using attraction marketing were not what they are today, right? It's a saturated market that wouldn't work. The strategies that I did 8 years ago would not work for me to have success today, okay? But I call myself an accidental leader. And so what ended up happening was within the first 4 months of joining network marketing, I hit the top ranks in my company. My team produced over $50,000 in sales that 4th month that I was there. Okay, like, hello, that's amazing, right? But I didn't know what I was doing. And so what I did is I had one of the reasons my team was so successful is I brought in one of my best friends. And my best friend growing up was like that girl that was everybody's best friend. You know how we all have like that one person that is everybody's best friend and they're friends with this person and they're friends with that person and they're friends with this person. And her name is Corey and I'm still love and dear her. She's still like one of my best friends. She came in, she joins my company. And she brought in like 30 business builders her first month. Okay. Like she just was like selling like mad. She was a business builder. Now she was also a vet. So she worked full time and she is a vet. She is a vet. And so she was working full time. And so it was up to me to kind of take over her team. Right. And she didn't know what she was doing. Like she was flipping brand new and she's hitting the top ranks and I'm hitting the top ranks. And I brought in my other best friend who was that same everybody's best friend. And the next thing I know, my team is exploding, but nobody knows what they're doing. So I went into management mode and I went into training mode. And so I started helping everybody else on their team, on my team, win. And you know what I stopped doing? I stopped building my business. Fully 100% stopped building my business because I was too busy focused on helping everybody else build their business. And guess what happened? It came back to bite me in the ass. Okay. Like I'm just going to say it. It came back to bite me in the ass because most comp plans, you need to be bringing in your own people, right? How many of you guys in your comp plans need to be bringing in your own people? Put people in the comments, right? So the company that I was at, we needed to have so many legs that it hit certain ranks in order to hit the next level, right? Same thing in my company now. We need to have so many legs in order to hit the next rank. So if we're going under management mode and we're not building our team, personally sponsoring people, we are not going to be able to hit the ranks that we want, right? So here's what I learned. I learned very quickly never to do that again, okay? I learned very quickly that my time is very precious and it needs to be built building my business, not anybody else's business. So how do I structure my time right now? I structure my time, 80% of my time is spent building my business, doing my daily income activities, putting out my YouTube videos, putting out my content, following up with my customers, following up with people that are potentially interested in the business opportunity. And 20% of my time is helping my team, okay? Only 20% of my time. Now, how do I do that, right? Because some of you are like, oh my God, 20% of your time is helping your team? Like, oh my God, I feel like my team needs me all of the time and I'm always answering questions and oh my God, like how do you only spend 20% of your time, Julie? Well, let me tell you, you will figure out very quickly, A, who is your runner and who is not your runner, right? Because nobody held my hand and walked me through every step of the way. I was driven and I will find the information. And those are the people that you run with. And those people that are wanting to be handheld, I've got a strategy for you. But those people that are wanting to be handheld, you know that you're just there to kind of guide and support them, right? You figure out very quickly who your runners are and who your runners aren't, right? And those people that are not your runners, you're there to support them. You're there to help them reach their goals, right? But in the end of the day, you want to work with those runners, those go-getters that are going to go after it wholeheartedly. They're going to solve their problems on their own and come to you and just double check. Hey, I just wanted to make sure this is the way that they did it. This is what I found, right? Guys, if this is making sense, drop sense in the comments. And if you're getting value, hashtag value in the comments, that this is understanding what it is as a role. And and Janine says, no hand holding. She's over here on my TikTok. No hand holding, guys. Okay. But this is what I've done. I have created systems in place for my team so that I don't need to hold their hand, so that I know who is going to take the reins and run to the top and who is just going to maybe dabble a little bit. Either one, I'm going to be there to support them. I'm going to be there to love all over them, but I know who is my runner. So what are my systems that I have in place for my team, right? These are things that you need to think about as a team leader. And maybe it's something I can dive into, and do another training, a deeper dive into this training. But what I want you guys to realize is that you have to have systems in place. I have a bot that drips to my team. When somebody joins my team, it is a bot set up in ManyChat, and every day they get a daily goal activity, a homework assignment, so to speak, on our return policy, how to access the back office, how to download whatever it is, right? It is very much cookie cutter, done and paste for you, so that my time is freed up, not answering all of the bajillion thousands of questions that every new distributor on your team has, right? It takes that away. So that 80% of my time is devoted to myself and my business activities and not to my team, okay? So have systems in place for your team to win. That's all I can say. It has been a game changer having these systems. Now, the other thing that I have for my team is I have 50 social media posts for them and their stories, right? So it's taking away all of the guesswork. And I also know, because I can see in my ManyChat who's going through my bot and who's not going through my bot, right? And then I know who my runners are and who my runners are not, because I can see what they're clicking. I can see all of the analytics, and then I know who I need to be reaching out to, okay? So that is the key to success as a leader in your business, in your organization. Now, some of you might be watching and you might be saying, I don't have a team yet. Guess what? Get ready. Put those systems in place now. Have a structure, because when you are ready, amazing things just start to happen to you, right? Hold on. Somebody says, what do you do if you don't trust yourself? Pour into yourself. If you don't trust yourself, you have a mindset issue. Michelle, I think it's Michael, you have a mindset issue. Definitely pour into yourself and start to realize, if you don't feel like the leader that you need to be, the leader that you want to be, guess what? There's so many personal development books that you can read to help you with leadership, okay? That's the honest truth, right? And so one of the books that I recommended last week when I was telling you about my favorite books that I read, are The Heartfelt Leader, and here's 2 books on leadership, right? Leader Shift and Heart-Led Leader, right? So if you don't feel like you have like, what's the word I'm looking for? The leadership skills that you want in your business, you have a mindset issue, and maybe you have some learning that you need to do. So start pouring into your personal development and become the leader that you want to be, right? I did not know what it was to be a leader when I first started. I call myself an accidental leader for a reason. I did not have the leadership skills, right? Many of us don't have leadership skills. And so we have to learn them. It doesn't mean that we can't be a good leader. It means that we have to, guess what? Go to school and start pouring into ourselves to become the leader that we want, right? Some of it is trial by error. Like I said, guys, I made mistakes. I still make mistakes as a leader, right? But the one thing that I have learned is that it's my business and it's their business. And I am there to help support them. I am there to help guide them, but at the end of the day, it's their business and they need to work it. And that is something that I learned, unfortunately, the hard way. Okay, so guys, I hope that this was helpful. Again, if you are feeling overwhelmed with leadership, pour into your upline. Tap into your upline's leadership. Tap into the systems that your upline has. If your upline doesn't have leadership and systems in place for your team, go to a sideline of the hiccups. Go to a sideline. See what they have in place. You don't always need to recreate the wheel, right? But you definitely need to make sure that you've got systems in place for your team to win so that you can build your business 80% of the time. Okay, 80-20 rule. I want you guys to put that in the comments because it's so, so important. Put 80-20 in the comments if you guys know exactly what it is I'm talking about, right? 80% of the time, you need to build your own business and stop, and I repeat it, stop building your team's business. Be their friend, be their guide, love all over them regardless of where they're at, what their numbers are, whether they're building or they're not building. I want you to practice the 80-20 rule and stop being somebody's boss. Stop micromanaging them. Stop making it your goals and not their goals, because those are the key to success. I'm telling you right now, like, the retention rate on my team is very, very high. Am I going to say everybody stays? No, I'm not going to say everybody stays because that's unrealistic. But I do have a very high retention rate in terms of people staying on our team because of the systems, because of the leadership, because of the camaraderie, because of the type of culture that we create. Maybe I should do a training on culture. Let's do a training on culture. Would you like a training on culture? Put culture in the comments if you guys would like a training on culture. Maybe that will be next week's training, although my kids have no school next week. So I'm not 100% sure I'm going to do a training because I don't know what we're going to be doing. I have to entertain them. So put culture in the comments if that would be helpful. And how to create a killer culture in your organization. All right, guys. I hope that this was helpful. I hope this was valuable. Hashtag value in the comments if you've gotten some value from this. And if you've got any questions, as always, definitely make sure that you message me, add your people to this group. I've got something really exciting coming down the pipeline for everybody. And I'm really excited to share it with you, but it's not quite ready yet. Anyways, hashtag value. I hope you guys have an amazing Monday. I will see you most likely next week. It might be the following week. I don't know. But I will definitely make sure that Abby or myself reaches out to you guys and let you know about the training next week. But I think culture would be a good one. All right, guys. Have a wonderful one. Love you guys. Bye.